Today, let's make a professional pillowcase perfect for your pillow mold. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are going to be making a pillowcase for this pillow mold. Now, I'm going to give you a little secret into how to get the perfect sized pillowcase for your pillow mold each time, and that is to cut out the fabric in the exact same size as your pillow mold. Now, for my fabric I will be using today, this does have a big design on it, and I want this dancer to be centered in the middle. And while sometimes when I do these pillow mold videos, I will say to add a little seam allowance to it, that's because sometimes you do want it to be slightly bigger. But for this one, I wanted it to look as professional as possible, like this pillowcase came perfectly fitted for this pillow mold, and that's why we're going to do it the same size as the pillow mold itself. Now, this tip works for any size pillow mold, so if you have one that is actually like 15 inches or 16 inches, the same thing can apply. And then for my fabric, I'm just centering it so that my pillow mold was around 12 by 12. So I want the Hawaiian dancer to be exactly like in the center of that fabric as well. So just cutting this out so that this is a 12 by 12 inch square. And then this is going to give us an exactly perfect size fit for our pillow. So you can see the fabric, it almost looks like a tad too small, but I promise it's going to fit and it's going to look perfect on it. So once I have that done, I am going to be adding a little bit of interfacing to the front portion of this pillowcase. I'm going to be doing a little hand beading because I want to add just a little bit extra decorations, but this is also a great way to give your pillowcase a little bit more structure, especially if you are using a fabric that does not have the most structure and support. So this is just a quilting cotton. So I am adding this lightweight interfacing, fusible interfacing, so that fusible rough side's facing down, and then I'm just applying it with manufacturer instructions so that it gives it a little bit more structure and support. So here is my fabric now with the interfacing all attached. You can see that it is a little bit stiffer, but now I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to do a little hand beading on this. So especially wherever any of these flowers or leaves are, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of green beads to help it stand out and pop. Now this fabric is actually really special to me. A family member had gotten it, and this was actually something that I had laying around in my closet for years, just never sure what to do with it. And with the new Lilo and Stitch movie coming out, I was like, oh, I should turn this into a really pretty pillowcase for summer, but I wanted to give it that little extra special touch that the beads would do. So once I went through and added all of this custom beading, this is what it looks like now for the front, and now it's just time to turn this into an actual pillowcase. So I have a back cut out as well, and then I am just going to be using a regular zipper, and I'm just sewing this so that the right side of the zipper is matching the right side of the fabric, and then just take a seam across. Now when it comes time to take that seam across, you could definitely use a zipper foot if you would like. For this, I am just going to use my regular presser foot. It worked just as well. So I'm just taking that seam all the way through, and then once I have it sewn on, I am then going to repeat this for the second side, so the side that I did all of that beading, just matching the second portion of the zipper, so the right side of the zipper facing the right side of the fabric, and then I'm just going to take a seam all the way across for that, and this will allow me to have my zipper installed and in place, and then I'm just going to take another straight stitch. So very simple to include that zipper. Now you could top stitch this if you wanted to. I opted not to. I'm not going to be opening the zipper too much, and I also felt like the top stitch may take away a little bit from the pattern on the fabric itself, so I wanted to keep it very minimal. I definitely could have used an invisible zipper, I just didn't have one on hand. But now it is time to actually sew up our entire pillowcase, so be sure the zipper is opened partly, and then just going through sewing all of this up. So matching those three sides together and just pinning them in place, and then the bottom I have the zipper open. That's going to allow us to turn this right side out, and then I'm just going to take a seam all the way around all three sides. So very simple, very straightforward to put this together. I do have a couple other videos on sewing up pillowcases if you're interested. Now for the seam allowance, this is a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so that's very important to make sure that this fits perfectly on our pillow. Now I'm just going through and trimming off the edges using pinking shears so that I don't have to worry about the fabric really fraying as much. And then I'm just going to turn this right side out, so through that opening, pushing the pillowcase through, and at this point the pillowcase is basically complete. So we've done all the sewing on it, we've added the zipper. It is now just time for us to put our new pillow in here. So as you're going to see, I'm going to put this pillow in. It will fit, and it's going to be absolutely the perfect size. And I just zip this up, and here's what it looks like. I absolutely love how this pillow turned out. I think it looks so pretty and is perfect for summer, and I'm so glad I finally got to have a use for this fabric. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.